Pikachu is just waiting for a letter from his lover forever. Tragic tale. But that has nothing to do with anything.
I've missed this painfully cute music.
Enough about that story, though. Welcome back to Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. We've been preparing for the Sky Dungeon.
I was about to say, I couldn't quite remember what way the world was currently ending. Like, it's had a few different goes.
So, as you can tell, the partner I decided to go with for the final dungeon was, of course, Magnemite. I've honestly lost track of whether I actually say Magnemite or I say Mangamite anymore. I'm pretty sure I say both simultaneously at this point, and that's just how I call that Pokemon now. Let's see what we can do before we leave.
Make sure everybody's as jacked up as they're getting before you go dungeon crawling.
Might want to take some items with us. We have quite a lot of items stored, you guys can see.
I do tend to hoard items in video games, like even entirely useless items. I want to have like something of everything. Like, inventory space is always my most difficult enemy in these games.
And this is one of those games that's fairly limited. This is probably one of the last RPGs, basically, that had like a particularly limited inventory space at all. You only have like 20 spaces, I believe, and your partner only can hold one item, so kind of limits things sometimes. Unlike most RPGs today, where you buy like 300 potions and you never actually need them.
I do that too in Pokemon games. I end up with a stash of like 300 full restores and use about 12 at a time before I feel the need to restock and get the numbers all back up to being neat.
Or have a bunch of max elixirs that you will never use.
I know, I do. I keep hoarding those and think, no, I'll need them more later on at like the Pokemon League or something, and then I don't use a single one at the Pokemon League, so I just keep hoarding.
Literally, the only time you use it is if you're using Fire Blast against late game Ice Master or something.
Yeah. And even then, honestly, it's usually a better idea to just keep Flamethrower, because it's got a lot more PP, and generally you're using it against, you know, when you're using it, it's powerful enough. Like, especially if you're using it and it's super effective.
And you're never waking up! Laughter appears on the screen. Wait, wrong game, sorry.
Oh good. I've been playing Dragon Age all day, so I'm just like, you're trapped in the Fade now, Cubone.
So guess who's causing all this?
Oh, he's being a dick again.
Huh. Neither did I.
Bad touch. Stranger danger.
So Gengar just basically admitted he was human once.
And now he's a dick. Oh wait, is he the one who got everybody cursed?
I like how long it took you to think of that. Okay, we're back to normal. Green is better than purple.
Obviously. Who or what am I? Yes.
Yes. I am a band from the 60s and 70s.
Thank you, Godboy. You're always so helpful. It's the end of the world as we know it. I need a hero. You can just have a whole musical soundtrack for Gardevoir's little speech here. Just picking up a random human, no biggie. Out of, you know, probably another world implicitly. How can you say you're not anything special when you've beat down like 3 gods at this point?
Yeah, that is a good point.
I mean, you kick Groudon's ass. True courage. You're the hero of time. Restore the Triforce. Wait, no. Getting all my video games mixed today.
And you got an A+ on that test. Now Cubone can join Temmie at college. Congratulations! You win the role of having to save the world.
I don't know jack shit about meteors. Oh, great, they're holding you hostage till you save the world. Like, you don't even get an option in this.
Bulba-chan?
Aww.
Well, thanks, buddy!
No pressure.
Good for you.
Meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. Okay, I'll stop inflicting that on the listeners.
So, the ran so far away? Couldn't get away.
Ran off crying like a baby. I had trippy dreams. I gotta save the world, and then I gotta leave you forever.
Yep, Magnemite's still there. Just wanted to make sure. And because the writers had nothing to do that day, here's more dialogue.
Everyone just telling you not to die, but, you know, they're not gonna come help make sure you don't die.
Go with your best confidence. Must showcase all unique bits of dialogue.
Gotta read them all.
Pokemon! Believe in the bone moraine that believes in you. Oh, it's Butterfree. I thought you abandoned your kids.
We're going to space.
You can call me Space Ace. Heh. It's like that song, The Ace of Space. That's what it's called, right?
I don't think that's quite the title, but... Well, so we've still got another abandoned child running around, even though Caterpie's still with its mum.
Oh well. Now let's go to the Sky Tower.
Go! Doing a little button just saying, go!
This is not the Sky Tower.
What satanic ritual is Xatu doing?
The Teleport Gem. It is done. Accept!
Accept your fate. This whole world is full of really creepy manipulative weirdos. What? What's Gengar done now? I mean, he's like the only ghost type we've seen around here, isn't he? So it's gotta be him.
It's too late to say no, I think. We want to go over here? Nah, we're not gonna. Hey, remember that thing that we heard 2 minutes ago?
Just to make sure you absolutely feel the feels about saying goodbye to forever to your little lettuce buddy there.
Wait for it.
Nyum. Beam us up, Scott. Oh, shit, it's too late to make a beam us up Scotty joke.
And then they died. We're in heaven now.
Oh, that's how you get up to the Sky City. You die and go to heaven.
Exactly.
Oh god, I'm sorry. That is so cute. Just the wee guy bouncing around on the clouds.
It's literally a tower made of clouds.
It's a descriptive name, at least.
And what a climb this is going to be.
Oh god, how many bajillion floors are in this thing?
Sky Tower. Hey, it's Masquerain.
And if all these assholes are already up here, why are none of them making Rayquaza not end the world? Or help the world not end? Or I'm losing track of how many different god Pokemon are trying to end the world just now, so...
All of them. Especially Celebi. Knew Celebi was too cute to trust. Oh, it's a Shuppet. Okay. Oh, right, ground moves.
It's those Gen 1 reflexes. How did they become a thing?
Maybe Bulbasaur can deal with it. Knocked off the Petroscarf. What are you doing?
Destroying the fashion.
So, the problem here? You can't attack it through the wall. Shuppet is basically invincible right now. We hit ourselves! What is going on?
Well, this is good. I know you have a red chattering head of death over your head. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, that's for curse, or whatever it is. Though thankfully curse isn't quite as permanent as it is in the other game.
Yeah. Okay, well, thanks for that. That went well. You're not even gonna make the request. You're gonna die because of an angry sock.
Sorry, manga. You didn't last long.
There's gonna be more of those angry socks floating around up here, though.
You know, okay. We can try again. Forget it. I'm a horrible person.
Yep, that failed at everything.
Anyway.
Need a password just to get help? Emergency services here suck.
I know. But let's try this again. Without dying. Gonna deal with Forretress and Masquerain here. Forretress is a weird Pokemon if you think about it. What do we have this Pinecone evolve into?
It kinda looks like it evolves from a Pinecone into like a chestnut or something. An angry chestnut with guns.
Oh dear. Not falling for your tricks again, Shuppet. No walls for you.
Ah, it's enough to get angry salt. Oh well, at least Bulbasaur killed it quite easily that time. I mean, to be fair, Game Freak have based Pokemon on weirder concepts than, you know, an angry chestnut with guns. But that is definitely a special one.
Gonna try out the latest IQ thing I just got. Which makes me better at dodging. Gonna equip that one then.
Casually dancing along to the jazzy music and nothing much but ice happening.
We're just gonna eat gummies. We got another IQ skill. Type Advantage Master. Critical hit rate is boosted if you do a super effective move.
Always groovy.
However, this is when I realized something. You can only equip an amount of these little skills with how much IQ you get, which is based on like stars you get, like star ratings, depending on your IQ level.
So if you want to do anything, you gotta eat a lot of sweeties.
Yes. You know, this is some sort of undead monster. Let's try throwing something silver at it.
I wonder why it is always silver and not, like, gold. Because gold's also, you know, the whole deal is that it's a pretty pure metal. So if that was the reason why it's silver...
I'm assuming...
I don't actually know why it is that silver supposedly hurts mythological things. I should probably look that up.
My guess is probably the fact that gold is already a thing as, like, in so many ways. So, like, you know what'd be more original than that? Silver.
I mean, I understand why salt supposedly works on other creatures. It's always been, you know, common as hell since forever, and pure and important, and generally, you know...
Stupid, but whatever that thing is called. What is the name of that Pokemon? Like the undead bug that can only be beaten with critical hits normally?
Oh, Shedinja?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not critical hits, it's gotta be a super effective.
Oh yeah, super effective. Well, Bulbasaur just said screw it and did Leech Seed and that killed it. Nice. Stop sleeping.
Okay, so I have in fact just googled this, and it turns out the reason silver became such a thing was that, you know, poor people wouldn't, you know, in European countries at least, this is about European countries, poor people didn't have silver or gold. Parishes and priests generally didn't have gold, but they very often had silver crosses. So, you know, aside from telling people Jesus protected them from everything, specifically Jesus Silver protects people from everything, because the priests have those. I mean, you know how Christianity spread. They told people basically anything would kill them if it weren't for Jesus. And, you know, they'd go to hell if they did, like, anything. So even though, you know, silver and gold are both very pure metals, silver was the one that priests commonly had, so that's the one they held up as saying, yep, this will protect you from vampires and and, you know, evil spirits, things like that. It's because it was cheaper and easier to get than gold.
We need to put the little, the more you know logo over this. Still trying to decide what's one of these I should use. There's like so many things you can use here. Self-cure actually might be pretty useful.
Always good to have a health boost.
Anyway, we got a TM for Thunderbolt. Might as well use that Magnemite here.
Got a TM for Thunderbolt and a Magnemite. That's a good combination.
Well, obviously Thunderbolt's better than Thundershock, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Stop
Well,
self-destructing.
Well.
Well, I guess he did stop.
Kind of stopped doing anything once he self-destructed.
Okay, get away from the walls. Okay, that's funny.
And you've got a confused Angry Sock.
And somehow I leveled up, even though I didn't do anything. Yay.
So you don't feel as lonesome, but you still feel lonesome. Is it the frickin' arrow and the tortoise thing? It's like you keep getting less lonesome, but you never stop being lonely.
Throw the heal seed at Magnemite to, well, heal.
I keep looking at, because this is showing up as really bad resolution on my screen, I keep looking at this and thinking they're in an ice dungeon instead of a cloud one. because I got like very similar color palettes to what I'm used to Ice Dungeons looking at.
Well, to be fair, how many Cloud dungeons do you know of?
This is true.
For the record, I know of at least 2. One of them was in Minish Cap.
I never played that much of that game. I did have it, I just never played much of it.
It's very good.
Like, all that's coming to my head just now is Pokemon Snap, because there's the cloud level where you spend fucking forever trying to get a photo of that little shit Mew.
Oh yeah,
That was a nightmare.
Duskull might be my favorite ghost Pokemon. I just loved its design. Your pursuit is trivial.
I can't actually think what my favorite ghost type is. I just don't really have one. It's not a type I've used that much. Although I did end up using a Gengar in my Platinum run that was pretty badass.
I think I use a Duskull / Dusclops in Pokemon XD.
Oh yeah, Litwick. That's my favorite ghost type. It's just too cute for words. Plus Chandelure is pretty cool. I mean, it's half fire, which is part of why I love it, of course.
Isn't it gonna be in the new Pokemon fighting game?
I don't know, I hope so. I approve of Litwick being in everything.
Kill Coughing there.
Oh, nifty.
So that item heals HP more, but it makes the stomach for Pokemon Go disappear quickly, I guess. It's the worst wording I could have used for that, but I think you get what I mean. Ooh, it's Lady something. I always forget this Pokemon's name.
Ladybug.
No, Ledian.
Actually, no, Ledian. Ledian is the evolution.
Even you didn't remember either.
By the way, do you call the actual bug ladybugs or ladybird?
Yes.
Because, like, I just found out recently that a lot of people call them ladybugs, but we always called them ladybirds when I was growing up, and I'm not quite sure why, because they're not birds.
It's because you're Scottish and weird.
And apparently we confuse small spotty insects for birds, so I don't know.
Exactly.
I also found out that apparently nobody else has heard of Midgeys, you lucky bastards. They're like they look like tiny little flakes of pepper flying in the air or something. They're so tiny until they bite you and leave you with a giant itchy bite. Like they're like incredibly tiny, generally non-disease carrying mosquitoes, but which will just live near any body of water and will swarm you and eat you. And they're so bloody annoying, and apparently nobody else has them. We are the only people who are stuck with them.
Magnemite's already run out of Thunderbolt. It's not good.
That was fun while it lasted.
I guess we'll use the Max Elixir on that. Poor Altaria. I think I've just realized that Altaria has a pretty weird design if you think about it. Like, it has cloud wings.
It's basically a cloud with a head sticking out of it. It's very cute, it's just weird.
Let Bulbasaur deal with this.
You got this, bro? You got this.
Thankfully, Leech Seed avoids the problems with the pursuit, so makes things simple. Floor 13. Floor 14.
The game's designers are lucky that the music's so catchy, because otherwise this must be... well, this must be pretty absurdly annoying as it is. But...
Magnemite's only at level 17.
And you're just powering ahead at level 30.
Hello, Solrock. Hail is really annoying. Floor 17.
Just keep climbing, just keep climbing, just keep climbing, climbing, climbing.
Everyone is confusing everyone. What's going on? No, I don't want Magnemite in front right now. Thankfully, Solrock is very confused.
We're all very confused.
What is going on? And now I'm confused. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be doing anything for throwing items. Confusion was entirely pointless. Good job.
Well done, that worked out well. So not only are there... I'm gonna start that sentence over. Not only are there a billion of these floors, but they're huge. That's what I'm getting from that map.
So... got the TM for Ice Beam, that might actually be useful for something.
Can Cubone learn it? I know Marowak can learn it, but... Ooh.
What shall we forget? It's had its uses, but let's get rid of Growl.
Oh, are you sure? I think it's so much more useful than Dig.
Yeah, but it's useful to have 2 ground items, especially with some of these long dungeons. Hi, Dusclops. Bye, Dusclops. Ground type isn't even useful against half of these enemies, so yeah, it's very nice to have Ice Beam right now.
You're surrounded by flying type enemies.
Though we can use Dig against this thing at least. Rock beats Scissor.
Like, I've seen that pun 1,000 times to a Scizor, and yet it's still funny.
Dealing with Venomoth. Venomoths aren't big deal. Wait,
Yeah,
Magnemite?
classic.
Magnemite! Oh yeah. So you know how its stomach beater goes away quicker? When your stomach beater's gone, you can't move, really. So I had to give it an apple. Floor 22.
Just keeps going.
Floor 23. Floor 24.
Bloody hell.
Now it's sunny outside. Maybe we're getting closer to the top.
Yay.
Another useless Venomoth. Whatever. Silverwind? That's... Double speed, what? Silverwind again, what? What's going on? What?
Well,
What?
that went... Oh my god. Are you gonna have to go through all that again?
Yes. I actually did call for help, though.
Help! Can anyone hear me? I'm apparently 24 floors up in the clouds. Can anybody hear me?
So that's how I put it for this episode, though. So you can probably reasonably guess that's not gonna go anywhere. I eventually just
Yeah.
gave up.
That ended well.
I eventually just gave up on trying to do that and just started over. So next time we'll try the Sky Tower again. Try not to die.
Not dying would definitely, I think, be much more entertaining for everybody involved.
Probably. I would like to see that one. The one person, but like, you know what personally entertained me? Watching Pokemon die. It brings me much joy to watch these little creatures completely and utterly be murdered. Though I guess that arguably describes the entire series, but...
Yeah, all you do is, especially if you're playing it as a Nuzlocke, you have to assume that if your Pokemon die when they faint, don't everybody else's as well? Like, I should write one sometime where you're just straight up a genocidal maniac. That, you know, you're killing your way through the world.